It's a great day here at the Raytown Travel Agency. May I help me? I help me? I help you? Hello. We are here at Jurassic Park. Hey Tasha. Hey Dwayne Ray. Jurassic creature. I don't know if this means there's something in here. Yeah, I think you're supposed to dig something out with that. Fossil putty. Hey, Miss KK. Why are you scooting further down? You're not going to be able to see the dinosaurs either if you're down there. Turn the thing back on.
That guy at my school.
Hey Tanya. Hey Auntie.
Jurassic Quest. What you're looking at is the Triassic period. The Triassic started about 251 million years ago at the end of another period that we call the Permian. One of the earliest dinosaurs that we know of was Eoraptor. Its name means the dawn thief because it lived at the dawn age of dinosaurs. Eoraptor made its home in what is now Argentina about 231 years ago. Beside that is a kind of small dinosaur named a Coelophysis. Its name means hollow form because they had hollow sacs of air in their joints instead of cartilage. Coelophysis is the oldest known dinosaur from North America. And here is a large predator known as a Herrerasaurus. Herrerasaurus is the name of one of the largest predatory dinosaurs that lived in the Triassic period. It lived in what is now Argentina about 231 million years ago.
Please pause until you arrive at the next scene.
Hi.
You laughing?
Because she goes, hi. Hey DC. Is that a volcano?
I started.
Yeah.
Folks, this is Safari Sarah. The Triassic period was the dawn of the age of dinosaurs, but it too had to come to an end. Just a little over 200 million years ago, the Earth encountered another mass extinction. Believed to be caused by an increased period of volcanic activity, it caused the extinction of roughly 70% of life on Earth. This wiped out a lot of bigger animals at the time. Without big competitors, dinosaurs thrived. And in the Jurassic period, they quickly became the gargantuan creatures we think of when we hear the word dinosaur.
Please pause until you arrive at the next scene.
Hi, everyone.
I always cut it when they say hi. What would you do if I told you that I was a dinosaur?
Take you to the doctor.
Would you actually?
If you thought you were a dinosaur, yes, ma'am. We'd have to get you some help. We can bring you one back. Let me see that little one. There you go. We just passed some, Nasia. You late. You gotta wait till we get to the next ones. There's some right there. Damn.
Why are there skeletons out?
Because I told you there's no way they could make no tank, and we driving.
Captain Caleb here.
Oh no,
I hope your auto insurance covers water damage, because in order to get into the Jurassic period, we're diving deep into the Jurassic Ocean. The big shell you see is an ammonite.
These are
Ammonites are cephalopods. That means they are relatives of the squid, octopus, and nautilus.
Like it's a squid
Their
snail.
spiral shells protected them from predators. Some shells got to reach the size of 6 feet across or more.
That wraps it up here. Let's move on to the next group of dinosaurs.
How do you spell exhibit?
EXHIBIT. Yep, it's a lot of people. And this little girl is more interested in staring at me than the dinosaurs. Okay, it's been too time to press play.
Hey, Captain Caleb, is this a secure line?
He'll
Sure.
be fine, Italian
I
Queen.
think-
He will be fine.
I just turned off the mic. Yeah, they definitely can't hear us. What's up?
I just got a report that the T-Rexes aren't in their cages. Do you know if they've been moved to another location?
I haven't heard anything about moving them anywhere else. They should both be there? Have you checked with
No
Park
touchy
Ranger
touchy.
Marty?
Not yet, but I will. We need to find them soon, but we can't get our guests worried. Let's keep this on the down low.
Oh, roger that.
Please pause until you arrive at the next scene.
Look, Rayon, he's gonna eat you. That one has feathers. Look. Yeah, there are like 3 of them over there were moving. Mm-hmm. Okay, get ready to press play. Oh, that one's a raptor. That one in the back. That's great. A raptor. Stegosaurus. Press play, ma'am.
I did.
Oh, look at the little bitty one.
It's not playing.
Look at that. Itty bitty.
Outside your vehicle is our Dilophosaurus pin. Dilophosaurus. From the very beginning, about 200 million years ago. Now, a lot of people had ideas of Dilophosaurus spitting venom or acid, and a lot of pictures and toys will show them with a big frill around their neck. Well, unfortunately, the movies that this idea comes from use what we call Quest.
What you're looking at is the
Next group of dinosaurs.
Hey, Captain Caleb, is this a secure line?
Sure.
Of the Jurassic period, about 200 million years ago. Now, a lot of people had ideas of Dilophosaurus spitting venom or acid, and a
Increased period of volcanic activity.
The cars ahead of them.
You're way ahead
And
of us.
observe our 5-mile-per-hour.
called the Permian. One of the earliest dinosaurs that we know of was
To the driving path, as well as the distance to the cars ahead of them.
We're going at number 6.
And observe our 5-mile-per-hour speed.
Of life on Earth. This wiped out a lot of bigger animals at the time. Without big competitors.
years ago, at the end of another period that we call the Permian.
Any of y'all ever see the movie, what was the movie called? Baby?
This name means the donkey, because it lived.
It's about a dinosaur, like that one.
Eoraptor made its home in the West Argentina.
Was it Baby or Babe? What was the name of that movie?
Beside that, it's a kind of
from the 80s.
dinosaur named Coelophysis. Its name means hollow form because they have hollow sacks of air in their joints instead of cartilage. Coelophysis is the oldest known dinosaur from North America. And here is a large predator known as a Parasaurus. Parasaurus is the name of one of the largest predatory dinosaurs that lived in the
There's a
Triassic
dinosaur with
period.
fur over there.
It lived in what is now Argentina about 231 million years ago.
Please pause.
A volcanic activity. It caused the extinction.
Roger that.
Please pause until you arrive at the next scene.
Outside your vehicle is our Dilophosaurus pin. Dilophosaurus was a predator from the very beginning of the Jurassic
I won't know until I can read the sign. I think it's a Brachiosaurus, though.
Now, a lot of people had ideas of Dilophosaurus spitting venom or acid, and a lot of pictures and toys will show
They've
them
changed
with a
the
big
names of a
frill
lot of
around
dinosaurs
their
since
neck.
I was a kid.
Well, unfortunately, the movies that this idea
say?
comes from
Because they
use
said
what
we had the
call
wrong names.
artistic license, which is just a fancy way of saying they just plain made it up.
Okay, that wraps up Dilophosaurus. Let's head on to the next scene.
Apatiosaurus?
Hey Marty, this is Sarah. I have a weird question here, and don't freak out. But
Apatosaurus.
have you seen the T-Rexes?
Apatosaurus.
Well, they were in their cage an hour ago when I went to feed them. Are they not there? We have a tour heading that way right now.
This is serious, Marty. I need to call Dustin right now to get those T-Rexes back in the cage before the tour gets to them. Or they get.
It's Nessie. It's the Loch Ness Monster.
Please pause until you arrive at the next scene. Who can name the dinosaur here covered in plates? If you said Stegosaurus, you're right.
Hi, folks, this is Safari Sarah. The Triassic period was the dawn of the age of dinosaurs. It caused the extinction of...
That wraps it up here. Let's move on to the next group of dinosaurs.
Hey, Captain Caleb, is this a secure line?
Sure. The goalies are Dilophosaurus and Dilophosaurus was a predator from the very beginning of the Jurassic way of saying they just plain made up.
Please pause until you arrive at the next scene.
Hey, the
Who can name
comedian.
the dinosaur here covered in plates? If you said Stegosaurus, you're right. Stegosaurus is a Jurassic.
What's in that dinosaur's mouth? Oh, is that his tongue, that red? Pink?
Okay, that wraps up. Dilophosaurus, let's head on to the next scene.
This is an iguanodon.
This is Sarah. I have a weird question here, and don't freak out, but have you seen the T-Rexes?
Well, they were in their cage an hour ago when I went to feed them. Are they not there? We have a tour heading that way right now.
Oh, look, he blinks his eyes.
This is serious, Marty. I need to call Dustin right now to get those T-Rexes back in the cage before the tour gets to them. Or they get to the tour.
Please pause until you arrive at the next scene. Who can name the dinosaur here covered in plates? If you, speaking of which, you might be running into a few of those pretty soon. Isn't that right, Marty?
I'm sorry, Dustin. I didn't mean to cause any trouble.
You never do, Marty. You never do. Please pause until
Where are
you
you
arrive at
going?
the
Why are
next
you
scene.
getting out of line? Are you going to go home now?
Prehistoric did again.
Otherwise, stay
The
in line.
long-necked dinosaur in the scene is not.
People are being so weird. There's one way. Where are you going? Why? What are you doing? Why are you so close? What? You're gonna run over to the. You're gonna run over the exhibit. What are you doing? What? Where is she going? What the hell? What's happening right now? What are we watching?
She's trying to
What
get
is
in
she
the
doing?
dinosaurs.
I'm so confused. Hey, Prime. There's another one with fur.
Yeah, I gotta put it on.
Apatosaurus. Apatosaurus is what we refer to as a sauropod, which is what we call long-necked dinosaurs. Sauropods were the biggest animals to ever walk on Earth. They got that big by becoming eating machines. They would eat and eat and eat.
Oh, he's furry too.
Make themselves more efficient.
They're both furry.
Things like chewing.
Did you hear him make a noise?
The Brontosaurus and the Apatosaurus were so similar, they were thought to be the same genus or group. And since the name Apatosaurus was coined first, it was the one that was made official. Brontosaurus was much more popular, and mainstream culture became the go-to household name for any long-necked plant-eating dinosaur.
You okay?
Please pause until you arrive at the next scene.
Huh?
Safari Sarah here again. After the end of the Jurassic period, we find ourselves in the early Cretaceous period. The Cretaceous period was the long...
You got it. Spinosaurus is one of...
Specifically, it ate fish.
They're tyrant. Eutyrannus is part of the Tyrannosauridae family. That means it's a relative of the T-Rex.
Where are you going?
Eutyrannus
Please,
lived
where are you
in the
going, ma'am?
Liaoning province
Please
of
stop
China.
confusing me.
What makes Eutyrannus special is that it is the largest dinosaur that we know of with feathers. That doesn't mean that there aren't any bigger dinosaurs with feathers.
She's making
Only
me
that we
nervous.
haven't proven the presence of them yet.
Please pause until you arrive at the next scene.
Welcome to early Cretaceous North America. The furry guy is Utahraptor. Let's see, can anyone guess where
Pause until you arrive at the next scene.
Oh, they got a tree knocked down.
Hey folks, it's Prehistoric Nick. We're moving through time again, folks. Welcome to the late
Oh, he's got fur
Cretaceous.
and
The
feathers.
Spinosaurus we just saw spend a lot of time in and around water, and that's where we're going. Welcome to the Western Interior Seaway. That's a shallow sea that stretched from the Gulf of Mexico to the Arctic Ocean during the Cretaceous period. The Great Plains of what is now the United States and Canada used to be underwater. Lots of marine fossils are found in places like Kansas. The first creature here is the long-necked Elasmosaurus. It's a relative of the Plesiosaurus, but much bigger. The second, Archelon, is the biggest sea turtle known to exist. It had a leathery shell called a carapace. And just like sea turtles today, it probably laid eggs on land. The huge, fearsome creature is a Tylosaurus. A relative of Mosasaurus, its name means the knob lizard because of a bony protrusion at the end of its snout that might have been used to ram into its prey. The scary fish you see looks like a cross between a piranha and a tuna is a Xiphactinus. Xiphactinus was a voracious predator that lived in oceans all over the world. It could reach lengths of up to 20 feet.
Please pause until you arrive
Just let it
at the
keep
next
going.
scene.
Welcome back to Asia in the late Cretaceous period. Here we have 3 dinosaurs from Mongolia, starting with the Velociraptor. Despite what you may have seen in movies, Velociraptor is not 6 feet tall, but actually about 2.5 to 3 feet tall, 6 feet long, and about 20 to 30 pounds heavy. Just think of like an extra scary turkey. In fact, we know the Velociraptor was covered in feathers. The other dinosaur in the scene, Oviraptor, has an unfortunate name, meaning egg thief. When this dinosaur was discovered, it was found over a nest of eggs thought to belong to a Protoceratops. After later research, scientists realized it was actually sitting on a nest of its own eggs. But the name stuck, and it's still debated if Oviraptor actually ate eggs. Here at Jurassic Quest, ours takes their sunny side up every morning for breakfast.
Please pause until you arrive at the next scene.
Yet another dinosaur from Mongolia is the large Therizinosaurus you see here with the long claws. The claws on its hands could grow up to 3 feet long, making them the longest claws in the animal kingdom. The dinosaur next to it, the Lorotitan, lived in what is now eastern Russia. It's in a special group of duck-billed dinosaurs called lambeosaurs, which are famous for the elaborate crests on their heads. These crests would have certainly served as display structures, but may also have been used in some lambeosaurs as resonating chambers to make sounds used to communicate effectively through the herd.
Please pause until you arrive at the next scene.
In this scene, you see Shiatsusaurus. And no, this is not what happens when you feed a dinosaur Skittles. Shiatsusaurus is actually
You got
a
the tea,
tyrannosaur
drink
from
it.
China, and it's closely related to another tyrannosaur named Aleornis from Mongolia. Both have a very long, narrow nose for a tyrannosaur. Whether this nose was used to cut through water, making it a better fisherman, or making it specialized in catching smaller, faster prey, not needing the powerful predator T-Rex. Speaking of which, if you see a T-Rex, please let one of our 3 security officers know. Now, scientists only discovered this dinosaur in 2014, so there's still a lot of unanswered questions about it. But I can tell you this much. In the United States, we do not typically refer to this dinosaur as Shiatsusaurus. In the United States, because it's a tyrannosaur with a long, narrow nose, we typically just call it Pinocchio Rex.
Please pause until you arrive at the next scene. Now
What we just heard is what that just was. This is the
big animal
Pinocchio
you see
Rex.
in this exhibit.
Look at those claws. Y'all see the claws on his feet? Look at that. Animal would you be? A dog. Or what? Oh, so there's the oviraptor they were talking about over there. Okay, now we got people just stopping.
I think they're stopping to take pictures.
Yeah, but you can't stop for that long. I mean, look at the big old gap in between. That's a long stop. Hey, Shirley. Elasmosaurus. That's creepy looking. Look at him, he's creepy.
They're like a snake.
He does, looks like a snake. This is the one they were saying looks like a turtle.
Yeah, dinosaurs look like turtles and stuff. I didn't know about these dinosaurs.
Turtle is pretty much a dinosaur. What turtle is.
I guess a turtle.
It's called Jurassic Quest. That one looks like an alligator, a crocodile. Oh, and there's the one they said looks like a piranha.
What if dinosaurs were all the first animals?
The first what?
Or like all the first animals?
They are.
And then they like transformed.
They did. That's what it is.
Oh. Humans actually came from gorillas.
No. Because if that were the case, there would be no gorillas.
Oh yeah, that's true. But there's still wolves, and dogs came from wolves.
Dogs are just a different breed. Like you can make a new dog. Like they do now, they mix two different dogs together.
Oh.
Like a poodle and a Shih Tzu is a.
Oh, so it's just a different breed.
Yeah, a shitty poo. Yeah. It's just changing a little bit and changing a little bit and changing a little bit. I wish you'd drive straight. I don't understand what you're doing, but it's annoying.
Restarting.
Hey, Lady AK. Those are creepy.
Is Giganotosaurus, arguably one of the largest meat-eating dinosaurs. Though it may look a lot like T-Rex, it's actually a much different animal. Second largest in this scene is Carnotaurus, which means meat-eating bull, because of its peculiar horns on its head. Carnotaurus might have used its horns
that's
as a
so
weapon
pause.
against other predators.
How come you don't use your case?
Oh, well, my case always gets dirty.
Clean it. Doesn't the phone get dirty too? How does the phone not get dirty, but the case got dirty? Alright, when you drop it, it's dropped. Ain't no insurance on that phone.
Lived in what is now Eastern Russia. It's in a special group of duck-billed dinosaurs called lambeosaurs, which are famous for the elaborate crests on their heads.
I don't think so.
These crests would have certainly served as display structures, but may also have been used in some lambeosaurs as resonating chambers to make sounds used to
protrusion at the end of its snout that might have been used to ram into its prey. The scary fish you see looks like those cross between.
You done went behind. Now you back over there at the fish again.
It's like
the herd. Please pause until you arrive at the next scene.
In this scene,
that looks like a cow.
And this is not what
From behind it,
Skittles. Gigantosaurus is actually a tyrannosaur from China, and it's closely related to another tyrannosaur named Aleo.
Woman, why do you keep doing this with your car? Just drive.
Nose for a tyrannosaur. Whether this nose.
Where are you going? Why is she makes me nervous. She really does. I don't understand what she's doing.
Maybe she's drunk.
She's something.
Speaking of which, if you see a T-Rex, please let one of our 3 security officers know. Now, scientists only discovered this dinosaur in 2014, so there's still a lot of unanswered questions about it. But I can't tell you this much. In the United States, we do not typically refer to this dinosaur as Gigantosaurus. In the United States, because it's a tyrannosaur with a long, narrow nose, we typically just call it Pinocchio Rex.
Please pause until you arrive at the next scene.
No, just let it play.
Now we travel to Argentina. The big animal you see in this exhibit is Giganotosaurus, arguably one of the largest meat-eating dinosaurs. Though it may look a lot like T-Rex, it's actually a much different animal. Second largest in the scene is Carnotaurus, which means meat-eating bull, because of its peculiar horns on its head. Carnotaurus might have used its horns as a weapon against other predators. Carnotaurus is a very funny-looking dinosaur, not just because of its horns, but because of its tiny arms. Carnotaurus had the smallest arms of any known dinosaur, even smaller than the T-Rex. The small dinosaur is Alvarezsaurus,
I don't think
named
they
after
move.
paleontologist Walter Alvarez.
Yeah, there's no
Proposed
plugs
the theory
over here.
that dinosaurs went extinct.
They don't have any power coming to them. They don't move.
Please pause until you arrive at the next scene.
Welcome to the duck-billed dynasty. The big dinosaur here is an Edmontosaurus. This is a hadrosaur, or duck-billed dinosaur, named after the city of Edmonton in Alberta, Canada. Edmontosaurus is one of the most commonly found
he's rainbow colored
in the world. Next to that is another hadrosaur called Parasaurolophus. Parasaurolophus is a cool dinosaur because it's one of the few dinosaurs where we know what they may have sounded like. Paleontologists came to that conclusion by looking at the crest on its head. What they found
It's looking at me.
tubes inside going back and forth between the nasal passages and the throat. When they recreated blowing air through the tubes, they discovered that the crest would have made a horn sound. The script here just says make horn sounds. No, guys, I'm not gonna do that.
Sarah.
Ugh, fine. By the way, hadrosaurs are prey animals. Their sounds might have attracted large predators, so perhaps you should move on to the next stop.
Please pause until you arrive at the next scene.
Quetzalcoatlus is the largest flying animal to ever take the sky. They live in what is now Texas, because everything's bigger in Texas. It's named after Quetzalcoatl, the Aztec feathered serpent eater. It had a wingspan of 36 feet, the same as a small airplane. Standing like it is here, it was the height of a giraffe, but it would weigh less than 600 pounds. That's
Is
a
she
lot,
doing that
but
to
it's
try and make the
incredibly
kids
light
fall
for
out the
size.
window? I don't understand why she keeps
Her
swerving
what?
her car.
Trying to kids walk
Why does she keep
window.
swerving like that? Like, I don't...
Why is she swerving with the kids hanging out the window? Why are kids
Please
even
pause
out of the
until you
window?
arrive at the next scene.
The bigger carnivore in here is
Especially like that. She's like
Albertosaurus.
sitting with the window.
Albertosaurus is a close relative of T-Rex, roughly half the size of a full-grown T-Rex. Albertosaurus is named after the Canadian province of Alberta, where almost all of the remains of Albertosaurus have been found. This makes Albertosaurus a Canadian dinosaur, and if you listen very carefully, you can almost hear it apologizing. We also know that Albertosaurus and Edmontosaurus lived at the same time and place. Albertosaurus teeth have even been found in Edmontosaurus bones. Occasionally, the bone is found to have grown around the tooth, telling us that the animal survived that attack, and it went on to heal and do other things. This means for sure that Albertosaurus was attacking live prey. This is important because it helps us debunk the idea that T-Rex was solely a scavenger.
Yeah, she
since
might
its
be
close
telling you. I don't know
relative
what the
was an
deal is. I
active
don't know why she
predator.
keeps doing that.
Anzu was
She
named
got
after
children
a
hanging out the window.
Mesopotamian
She's
bird
swerving
deer.
for no reason.
There's
I
a
don't
large
get it.
North American
she's
oviraptorate
high.
found in the Hell Creek
She's
Formation
something.
of South Dakota and had a beak with no teeth. Unlike her.
And then she's shaking her finger at the little girl in the window. No,
Tennessee
you stop
T-Rexes
acting
who are
up.
very
She's
large
sitting
teeth.
still.
By the way, our dedicated security guard Steve is anxious to hear if any of you guys have seen either of them.
Please pause until you arrive at the next scene.
In this scene, we have Titanoceratops and Styracosaurus. Now, there
Oh,
are
he
two
was furry
families of
too. I didn't even
ceratops,
realize he was furry.
Chasmosaurians and
I
Centrosaurians.
didn't know the
Now,
dinosaurs were
Chasmosaurians have
furry.
two
Some of
prominent
them.
horns above their
You
eyes
know the
and
woolly
a very
mammoth.
large frill. Centrosaurians
That's not a
have no
dinosaur.
prominent
Yes.
eye horns.
Woolly
and
mammoths
smaller
were
frills,
dinosaurs.
But sometimes they have rather
I thought it
ornate
was
horns coming
an
out of those
elephant
frills.
with
Now, there are some
It was
paleontologists
an
that
elephant
think
back in dinosaur times. Now an elephant is an elephant. They don't have fur now. Well, they got little peach fuzz.
dinosaur. But one of those two has the
Hey,
Guinness
Fifi.
Book World Record for the largest skull of any land animal. At 8 foot 8 inches long.
Woman, now you're just blocking the view. Get in line and stop being annoying. Look at that big old shark.
Sharks or dinosaurs? I don't know if it was a dinosaur shark.
Woman, chill. Please drive normal.
And I also learned that if a shark, like, tastes your blood and doesn't like it, they'll just throw you away.
Giganosaurus. Carnosaurus. What? Oh,
Get the
little bitty
small one. Is that a baby?
No, that's a full-grown whatever it is. It don't have a sign, so I don't know what that is. It's moving now. And it's got fur and feathers.
Did dinosaurs get eaten by other dinosaurs?
T-Rex ate a lot. Yeah, they ate each other.
Did humans get eaten by other humans?
There's cannibals.
There's some people too.
But for something to become illegal, people had to do it, right?
Oh.
Okay. In other countries, you go off in the jungle, they're still cannibals. Go off into the jungles of Africa, you'll find some tribes.
Oh yeah, there's this one island that like no one's allowed to go to because they eat people, and as soon as you get over there, you just get murdered on the spot. And it's over in India.
Woman over there, she got her mask on, but it's hanging below her nose. Yep, that helps.
I can't breathe with my mask on.
It's the reason why y'all aren't going to school. It's why you're doing homeschool, because they want y'all to go to school and wear a mask continuously for the entire 8 hours. Is that possible? Yeah. That's why you'll be home. Hey, Lisa. From this angle, it looks like they being naughty.
Please pause until you arrive at the next scene. This armored dinosaur is Ankylosaurus, also known as fused lizard.
Is that what this?
Ankylosaurus was armored
that says
from head
pear
to
or
toe
something.
with bits of bone on their skin called osteoderms. They were so armored, they even had bony skin on their eyelids, completely protecting their eyes when closed. They are also famous for having a bony cloak.
Let it play, because that's the admonition. So he
The
already
animal
said that.
here is Pachycephalosaurus.
It's got to catch up.
Meaning thick-headed lizard. Named after its thick domed skull, it is often depicted as being used to headbutt each other for dominance. But some scientists think it is more likely used for display, and that the large dome didn't grow until much later in life.
Edmontosaurus.
Which has implications for the next dinosaurs.
That's probably a plant eater.
Rex Hogwartsia.
Meat eaters have teeth,
like
plant eaters don't need teeth.
Book, that's because it is from a Harry Potter book.
That we could look at.
The name actually means
that's the duck bills that they were talking about.
Because its skull looked a lot like the skull of a dragon. Please pause until you arrive at the next scene.
Great news, everyone. Our brand new head of security, Steve, has managed to locate one of the T-Rex.
Why are you stopping it?
Well, led it back to its cage. Tyrannosaurus Rex had the most powerful bite of any known mammal, between 8,000 and 12,000 pounds per square inch. It needs such a powerful bite.
Why are they out of the car? These people, I swear.
The roof of a car. The powerful bite wasn't the only.
These people are out of the car.
Very short.
With the children climbing on dinosaurs.
What?
Those kids, they were on the dang bird.
Brush its teeth. I mean, its mouth was filled with bits of its last meal.
I promise you, people have no sense. People have no common sense.
And sometimes bite into prey that got away. If that happened,
like at no point have they said, "Get out your car, go touch the dinosaurs,"
causing the prey animals to get sick. T-Rex uses terrific
no ma'am
smell to track that prey down. All right, let's get out of here.
We're gonna leave Rona out there.
All of a sudden, I just saw
on to the
them
next
running.
area, the Triceratops.
Please pause until you arrive at the next scene.
And finally we're here at my favorite dinosaur, the Triceratops. The cool thing about Triceratops...
Okay, pause. We're not there yet.
No! The last T-Rex is in with the Triceratops cage, and he's eating the Triceratops.
one dinosaur that's supposed to be small.
Small?
Yeah, the one that flew around.
And it wasn't small.
Small.
It's a pterodactyl. That's not the name of it now, I guess. Quetzalcoatlus.
I remember pterodactyl, not Quetzalcoatlus.
That was a Quetzalcoatlus. Quetzalcoatlus.
On that one show where those pterodactyls were a family, they made them seem so small. But I forgot what the show was called. But they were all green pterodactyls. Shiny, dawn.
Human. What? She asked me if I were an animal, what animal would I be? Human is an animal. Is what? No, there's lights in front of it.
That turned into an actual bird.
I'd say like a pelican.
No, or probably one of those birds that eats dead people.
A vulture?
Yeah.
That would have to get a whole lot smaller.
Vultures are small.
About the size of a, I don't know, a turkey maybe? No, it's not as big as a turkey. The size of an eagle.
Means the Dragon King of Hogwarts.
Woman, you are literally gonna run over Cone
A
now.
powerful bite wasn't the only trick the T-Rex had on its very short sleeve.
There's a cone under her
It
car.
also had something called a septic bite.
See?
T-Rex had very short arms, so that means it couldn't brush its teeth.
Ridiculous.
That means its mouth was filled with bits of its last meal that was starting to decay, filling its mouth with bacteria. When T-Rex went hunting, it would sometimes bite the prey that got away. If that happened, some of the bacteria from T-Rex's mouth might infect the wound, causing the prey animal to get sick. T-Rex could use its terrific sense of smell to track that prey down. Alright, let's get out of here before any other T-Rex picks up our scent. On to the next area,
Hey, Joe Alice.
the Triceratops.
Wait, is that a Triceratops?
Yeah.
Please pause until you arrive at the next scene.
And finally we're here at my favorite dinosaur, the Triceratops.
No, those
The cool thing about Triceratops... No! The last T-Rex is in with the Triceratops cage, and he's eating the Triceratops! Oh no, this is terrible, that's my favorite Triceratops! Steve, we've located the missing T-Rex! Steve, do you copy? Oh no, this is terrible!
They need to fire security.
Put your children back in the vehicles! Get in your car and move! Oh my gosh.
T-Rex.
I swear, these people.
Triceratops means three-horned face for pretty obvious reasons. Scientists used to think that the Triceratops used the frill on the back of its head to defend its neck from T-Rex. That seems like it would make a lot of sense.
This
But
thing
there's
says
actual evidence
drive
that
through,
T-Rex
not
did
get out.
Triceratops, that he would sometimes
And
bite
nowhere does it
until
say
the
it's a get out. It is a drive through. That
Please
means
pause
stay
until you
in your
arrive at the
car.
next scene. And now for something scarier.
Golly. Get in your vehicle. Yep, they're doing homeschool. I'm not doing it. They have online. They're doing online school. I just have to supervise. They actually have real teachers and real classes and all that stuff. I put them back in the school that Rayon did 2 years ago. Ankylosaurus, Pachycephalosaurus, and I don't know what that one's called. I don't know why they don't put signs for all of them. Woman, if you don't go, I'm gonna run over another cone. Nope, we have a few more. We have a few more.
Just start playing it.
Yeah, you can play.
Even bigger bite. Megalodon. Megalodon is the largest shark
Oh, that's
to
the
ever
fish.
swim the
Stop.
seas.
Yeah, I know that name because that's what they say Jaws is. Jaws is a megalodon. Look at him, little tail swinging.
Found to have grown around the tooth, telling us that the animal survived that attack. And it went on to heal and do other things. This means for sure.
Great news, everyone. Our brand new head of security is biting to prey that got away. If that happened, some of the bacteria from
Tyrannosaurus Rex
might infect the wound, causing the prey animal to get sick. T-Rex could use its terrific sense of smell to track that prey down. Alright, let's get out of here before any other T-Rex picks up our scent. On to the next area, the Triceratops.
The what?
I don't have a favorite dinosaur. They're all weird and ugly.
Dude, dinosaur.
I'm even trying to remember that one boy at my school's favorite dinosaur. Oh yeah, he used to call himself a T-Rex. That has to be his favorite dinosaur. used to tell him that we knew where all the dinosaurs were, and he would believe it too. He swore that they were extinct.
No, he should come here. He can hang out with all his friends.
That's his brother. I'm a dinosaur now.
Okay. You press play. Oh no, we're at the Megalodon. No, don't press
Please
play.
pause until you.
Got another T-Rex.
Oh, he killed the Triceratops. Poor Triceratops.
Yes.
Poor baby.
He's dead. Yay.
You psychopath.
All right. Done it. Done it.
Baby.
Done it. 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 Done it.
Baby shark Baby shark
No, this is not a baby shark.
What's it called?
Megalodon.
Megalodon.
No, this is terrible. Well,
Megalodon.
since we're here, the Triceratops is an herbivore from the very end of the Cretaceous period. That's the same time and place as T-Rex. Triceratops means three-horned face for...
Just let it play.
These teeth would sometimes fall out and be replaced.
Now
with
you
new teeth.
jump way too forward.
Hey, do you copy? But there's actual evidence that when T-Rex did eat Triceratops, that he would sometimes bite down on the frill and pull the Triceratops' head right off.
Please pause until you arrive at the next scene. And now for something scarier with an even bigger bite. Megalodon. Megalodon is the largest shark to ever swim the seas. It is believed to reach up to 60 feet in length and had rows of hundreds of teeth.
This is a huge
These
shark.
teeth would sometimes fall out and be replaced with new teeth, similar to
Ariana
sharks
Grande
today.
said that her birthday party theme was
Megalodon
Jaws when
lived
she
long
was
after
little.
dinosaurs.
It
Between
was like
23
bird
million years and
She said that all
3.6
the
million
kids
years
were
ago,
scared.
in a period we call the Neogene.
All right, y'all. That was it.
Hello? Is
Thank
this
y'all
thing
for
on?
joining us.
This is Steve, Jurassic Quest Security Liaison. Does anybody copy?
We will see y'all
Okay.
later.
It looks like our guest
Thank
made
you
it
for
out
thumbsing
safely,
up,
too.
subscribing, and
Boy,
sharing.
that was a close one. It was almost as
And we'll
crazy
see you in
as
the
when
next
Marty
video.
let the T-Rex out last week. But it's
Y'all
all in a
come
day's
back
work.
now, you hear?
So be sure to let guests
Bye,
know
y'all.
they can leave reviews of their experience on Jurassic